let's get into it. Let's welcome everybody out back for some Out of the Park. It is the 29th of August, ending year 1871, and we have a very, very pivotal matchup here today. I can't help it. Fair enough. That's fair enough, Eva. Right. It is the Rockford Forest Citys sitting at 17 and 11, playing the New York Mutuals in Brooklyn, who are 12 and 14. Remember, it's only a 32-game regular season. Rockford will have just 3 games remaining in their season after this one. They are flying high. They've won 9 straight. They are 10 and 1. They are 9 and 1 in their last 10. New York, in the meantime, is just coming off of a win, but they are 1 and 3, I think, in their last 4. And they are also only going to have 5 games of their regular season left after this one. A win for Rockford would put them 2.5 games ahead of the entire rest of the division. It would also eliminate the New York Mutuals from playoff contention. So we only have one team right now of the 9 that are out of postseason contention. That's the Troy Haymakers. They are down at 4 and 20. The most they can win, even if they win all the remaining games, it's 12 wins. And Rockford and Cleveland have already surpassed that. New York with another win will surpass that. So Troy are out. But a loss here would put Rockford on 18 wins, and it would mean that New York could only acquire 17 maximum, and it would eliminate New York from playoff contention. So New York need to win this game to have their hopes stay alive in the season. That's what's on the line here tonight. A win for New York pulls them, I think, to within 3.5 of Rockford. It would drop Rockford to 17 and 12 with 5 left, but they are very much still in the lead here. Cleveland's really the only team looking like they're going to chase them, or they have a chance at chasing them down. So it might not even be Cleveland. I think it might be Chicago, but still. Yeah, it's Chicago. It's the Chicago White Stockings, not Cleveland. So anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Let's do your starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Rockford Forest Citys. First, third baseman Cap Anson leads things off. 361 average, 16 RBIs. He's batting 4 for 12 so far this season against Vultures. George Hall, the left fielder, is in the 2 spot. He's batting 306, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs so far this season. He is 2 for 10 versus Vultures. Russ Barnes, the second baseman, is in the 3 spot, 16 RBIs. He is batting 365 so far this season. He is 3 for 9 versus Vultures. Liv Pike, the right fielder, best hitter in baseball right now. He has got 9 home runs, 32 RBIs. Both statistics lead all of the majors. He's got a 336 average. He's got a hitting streak, and he's 2 for 10 versus Vultures this season. Benny, I entered a giveaway that might get me World Cup final ticket. Let's go, Skull. Hope you win, man. Doug Allison, the catcher, is in the 5 spot. He's batting 323. He's got 25 RBIs so far this season. Just 1 for 10 versus Vultures, though. Joe Start is in the 6 spot. First baseman batting 379. He's got 13 runs batted in. 5 for 9 versus Vultures. George Bird, center fielder, in the 7 spot. He's batting 278, 22 RBIs, 1 for 6 versus Vultures. George Wright, the shortstop, is in the 8 spot. He's batting 269, 16 runs batted in so far this season. He is just 1 for 10 versus Vultures. And Dick McBride seems to be the pain point here at least as far as New York are concerned. He is batting 336, 18 RBIs, but he is 5 for 10 versus Vultures so far this season. We'll come back to the pitching matchups in a moment. Let's go over your lineup for the hometown New York Mutuals. Mike McGeary, the second baseman, will lead things off. He's batting 304, 18 RBIs, 2 for 8 versus McBride this season. Steve Bellin, third baseman, is in the 2 spot. He is batting 340 with 17 RBIs. He is 3 for 8 versus versus McBride. Cal McVeigh, the catcher, is in the 3 spot. 1 home run, 17 runs batted in. He's 350 so far this season at the plate, batting 4 for 9 versus McBride. Henry Burroughs, left fielder, is in the 4 spot, batting 195, so he's below the Mendoza line. He has got 9 runs batted in so far this season. He's 1 for 9 versus McBride. Ronnie Walters, the pitcher, is in the 5 spot, batting 269, 14 runs batted in. He's 2 for 8 versus McBride. Art Allison, the center fielder, is in the 6 spot. It's a 283 average for him. He's got 10 ribbies. He is yet to get a hit versus McBride in 8 at-bats so far this season. Charlie Pabor, right fielder, is in the 7 spot, batting 257. He's got 15 RBIs. He is 1 for 9 versus McBride. George Ewell's on a cold streak. He's batting 134. Really poor from him so far this season. Just 6 RBIs. He's 1 for 4 versus McBride. Pete Donnelly, the shortstop, is in the 9 spot, batting 269 with 14 RBIs. He is 1 for 9 versus McBride this season. On the mound for Rockford is Dick McBride. He is 16-10 in 28 starts with 2 no decisions, with a 2.21 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP. He is 2-0 so far this season versus New York with a 2.25 ERA. Against the Mutuals, this is the third of 4 matchups between these two sides this season. Ronnie Walters takes the mound for New York. He is 12-14 with 26 in 26 starts. He has got a 2.37 ERA with a 1.20 WHIP, and he is 0 for 2 versus Rockford this season with a 4.26 ERA in those 2 games. Start time, first pitch is 10:05 a.m. It is clear skies, 74 degrees. For those of you that use Celsius, that is 23. We are ready to go from the Union Grounds in Brooklyn, New York. Before we begin, let's get ourselves a shout out going. Holbrook Gaming is an awesome streamer. Last streaming Russian Fishing 4, but he streams a variety of games. Go check him out if you haven't already. The great Holbrook Gaming will sponsor our first inning here tonight. From the Union Grounds in Brooklyn, New York, the 17-11 Rockford Forest Citys leading the National League against the 4th place 12-14 New York Mutuals. Walters on the mound. Cap Anson in the batter's box, and here's the first pitch. That's taken. Where did that miss? We start with a really bad umpire's call. It's called a ball. It looked right down the plate. 1-0 pitch. Grounded over to first. Pitcher comes over there. They make the play, and Anson is retired. Thank you for the lurk, 10th Shadow. Appreciate you. Well, I hope you're well, my man. Are you guys seeing the part? Yes. Okay, good. Just an audio check there. Radio check. Here's George Hall, left fielder, settling in. First pitch to Hall. That's inside, ball 1. Hope you guys are well. I got Switzerland, Algeria on from last night. I do not know the result. We are at halftime. Switzerland are 1-0 up. They filmed the movie on the actual battlefield and the actual locations of the fighting whenever possible. That's amazing. I kind of want to see. I'm near Brandywine. The Brandywine battlefield's about It's about an hour from me. I kind of want now a different war, I know, but I kind of want to go see that at some point as well. Here's the 1-0. And that's high, 2-0. I should visit Gettysburg at some point as well. Although that is quite the haul. It's like 2.5 hours away, I think. But it's got to be. It's just visiting something like that. It's got to be insane. You know what I mean? Just surreal, in a way. And there's the 2-0. I take it you've been there, Stuart. That's inside 3-0. 3-0 to count. Here's the pitch. Taking all the way is Hall. That's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. And that's going to catch the inside corner, 3-2. Yes, multiple times. Once in middle school, once as an adult. Nice. Yeah, I have to find a way to go there. Here's the 3-2. Grounded back up to second. The throw to first is in time. 2 down now. It's going to bring up Ross Barnes. Second baseman. First pitch to Barnes. High and away, 1-0. Yes, 3 p.m. tomorrow. For 3 hours. And then we're going over to Rowan's World Cup save. The Pennsylvania monument on the battlefield includes the name of every soldier from Pennsylvania who fought there. Wow. I'd have to go see that. Here's the 1-0. That's popped up in the infield, right at the second baseman. He's going to have it, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no men left on base. They went down in order. Just in case you meant to be. No, it's 3 p.m. your time. It's 10 a.m. my time. They went down in order in the top of the first. We move to the bottom of the first. There is no score. We, as always, are going to take a 3-minute break. We're going to be back with more in 3 minutes' time. We are back. Welcome in, Double Y guy. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, that's fair play. Right. I just saw the second Swiss goal from last night. So, right, bottom first. Dick McBride on the mound. Mike McGarry in the batter's box. We are ready. First pitch to Mike McGarry. And that is lined into left field. Left fielder going back for it. He's got it. One away. I went and grabbed something that you should never grab. You should never have as a commentator because it's terrible for your throat. But we're not official on this stream. You know, I've grabbed a non-alcoholic beer. Just because it's literally the coldest thing I have in the fridge right now. And it's so damn hot. Saren, welcome in. Wow, apparently that triggered the iPhone. Lou with the sub. Welcome in, Lou. Thank you for the alert. Zig coming in as well. Saren, thank you for the follow. And Lou, thank you for the sub for 14 months. Insanely kind of you. Thank you so much. How are you doing? How you doing? I believe I'm saying it right. Saren, right? Saren Celeste. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Welcome in, Zig. I hope you're well as too, Zig. How are you? I hope you're staying cool. I'm trying to. It is hot. It is hot. Mentir, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you all. No, it's not arrived yet, although it's supposed to today. It's supposed to today, Zig. So when it arrives, I might put it in the fridge to let it cool. And then we might have one later tonight. Right, we're going all night as well. We're doing Football Manager after the Out of the Park, so. But welcome in. Right. Saren, where do I follow you? Is that where I know you from? Is that where I know? No, where do I? Oh, you were from, right. You were on Cody's stream last night. Right. Yeah. I'm like, I know I saw you from some, yeah, you were on Cody's stream last night, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit, you just went live yourself. Nice. Let me drop a follow over there. And then let me drag you into place here. There we go. Okay. Have a brilliant spring. Thanks, Skull. I'll try to limit it, Skull. Right. This is going to bring up Steve Bellin, third baseman. First pitch to Bellin. He swung on a miss to that one. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. High 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is popped up. Second baseman's over. He's got it. 2 down. Here's Cal McVeigh, the catcher, settling in. First pitch to McVeigh. Off the plate, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded over to short. The throw on to first is in time. and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no men left on base. They go down in order in the bottom of the first. We move to the top of the second. There is no score. The middle of the order due up for Rockford. Lip Pike is going to be the first man up. Bunt first, new inning, new sponsor. Skull is an awesome streamer of all kinds. Football, the World Cup watch-alongs, Football Manager, Rocket League, Fall Guys, Mecha Chameleon, The Game of Life. They do it all. Go give them a follow if you haven't already. The Great Skull will sponsor our second inning here tonight. It's Lip Pike settling in. Riney Walters back on the mound. First pitch to Pike, and he has popped this in foul territory. It's going to land over by the seats, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 0-2. He was just way out in front of that curveball. Here's the 0-2 to Pike. High, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. High, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. One away. It's going to bring up Doug Allison, the catcher. First pitch to Allison. Inside, ball one. Here's the 1-0 to Allison. Lined right at the first baseman. He gets both hands on it. That's 2 down. What's everybody up to today? Hope they're doing well. That is a yellow card and a half. That is a yellow card and a half. That is a hell of a tackle. Very late. No reason to go to ground. He's not booked him. Okay. Here is the. Oh, hold on. Here is the first pitch to Joe Start, the first baseman. He settles in. He's grounded over to third. The throw on to first. That's in time. And the side is retired. No runs. No hits. No men left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. There is no score. I am getting flagged that I am sending too high a bit rate to Twitch. I don't know why it's doing this. But apparently it is. Right. No runs, no hits, no men left on base. They've gone down in order. We're looking for our first base runner through 9 outs. We move to the bottom of the second. There is no score. It'll be the middle of the order due up. Henry Burroughs is going to be the first man up. We are going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Welcome back. Bottom second. No score. It's Henry Burroughs settling into the batter's box. And Dick McBride on the mound. Here's the first pitch from McBride to start the bottom second. That's taken high for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's popped up in foul territory. That's going to land over by the seats. It'll be 1-1. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. And that one is considered high. It looked like it was at the lettering for me. It's called a ball, 3-1. Here's the hitter's count. Here's the pitch. And it's grounded over to second. The throw on to first is in time. 1 away. It's going to bring up pitcher Reini Walters. First pitch to Walters. And he's fouled that off down the third base side. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Just a bit outside. He tried to corner and missed it. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he's popped it up right in the infield. Second baseman comes forward. He's got it, 2 down. It's going to bring up center fielder Art Allison. Here's the first pitch to Allison. That's high, 1-0. Chat, I scheduled my hair appointment because my barber is appointment only. And you know what happens every time we go to the barber, the beard goes as well. So the beard's days are numbered yet again. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded over to second. The throw on to first. That's in time. And the side is retired. No runs. No hits. No men left on base. We are perfect on both sides through 2. It's a pitcher's duel here early. We move to the top of the third. There is no score. It'll be the bottom of the order, 2 up for Rockford. George Bird will be the first man up. Bud first. New inning means new sponsor. Bobby FCG Mast is a great Dutch streamer who played Warriors Orochi 3 last night. He's going to be collabing with us tomorrow on some Halo Reach. Go give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Bobby FCG Mast will sponsor our third inning here tonight. Yeah, as of right now, I believe it's the 21st. The 21st is when the beard is going. Right. George Bird settles in. First pitch to Bird. That's high, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Fouled into the backstop. The 1-1. And that one's going to be off the plate away, 2-1. Tough call on that one. Here's the 2-1. Grounded back up the middle. The throw on to first is in time. 1 away. It's going to bring up George Wright, the shortstop. First pitch to Wright. He's fouled that off behind home plate. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 0-2. Hitters in a hole here, 0-2. Here's the pitch. That's fouled down the third base side. Still 0-2. The 0-2. And that's lined into right. That's a base hit finally. That goes all the way to the wall. Good cutoff. Slide into second base. Did he get there? I believe he has. He's safe at second base. First pitch to Dick McBride is taken at the knees for a strike on 1. So it's a double for George Wright, George Wright and Rockford. Can they bring him in now? Here's the 0-1. High 1-1. Here's the 1-1. High and away. 2-1. Why is that, Zig? Here's the 2-1. Flied out into right. Right fielder's there. He's got it. 2 down. Damn. What do you mean, damn? Did it load? Please tell me it loaded. Oh, fuck. Okay, it did not load. Son of a... Hold on. Hold on. See if that loaded. That should load. Let me know if that doesn't load. But that should load. Yep, there you go. Thank you. Yes, thank you. It's nice. I have a giant, nice graphic now. It's so nice. I don't have to have text form anywhere. I can just be like, boom. Here's an image with the whole month. All day got you tabbed, which means you are live, sir. Which means I need to get you tabbed up. Oh, there's a lot of people who are live. I need to get tabbed up, actually. I have Pat. I don't have Baca. I have Rowan. I have Crack. I don't have White Dog. I need to get him live. I have Smokaya. I have Sarin. I don't have Kura. I have Zanity. I have Lucky. I don't have Tisiphone. She just went live, though. I don't have Elu. I have Kiyomi. I have Laptop Pound. Who I think, what's his name? I think Sean rated into him. So let me get all these people live, or tapped up at least. Tisiphone. White Doggo. Oh my goodness gracious. Baka. Baka's great. Kodo. Looks like Kodo's doing a drawing study, which is kind of cool. Studies are neat. They're necessary as artists, but I understand that they can be like annoying to have to push through. They do help quite a bit though. Where the hell's Aldi? Is Aldi not live yet? Aldi, Jake, Sarid, Aldi. Aldi's not live at all. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's get back into it. It's Cap Anson settling in. We're back at the top of the order. Anson grounded out his first at bat, first pitch. High and away, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. It's popped up in foul territory. That's going to go into the seats behind home plate. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Foul down the third base side. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul down the first base side. Still 1-2. The 1-2. Taken off the plate. 2-2. The 2-2 is grounded over to third. The long throw over to first is in time. And the side is retired. No runs on one hit. And they left that man on base. We go to the bottom of the third. There is no score. The bottom of the order to up first for New York. Charlie Pavor is going to lead things off. We are going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. We are back. It's the bottom third here in New York. It's right fielder Charlie Pabor getting ready to settle in. First pitch to Pabor. And he's fouled that off down the third base side. It's 0-1. 0-1 to count. Here's the pitch. Chomp foul again down the third base side. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off the plate away, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled it off. And it's still 1-2. The 1-2. High, 2-2. I'm going to put I just got a notification on my phone. I'm going to put a link up real quick. There we go. And go back here manually at the end of stream. There we go. Yeah, I got a notification from Puzzled. He's going live. He's got my OC up, so he's good. He's doing my OC on stream. So shout out Puzzled. I guess we can give him a shout out as well. He's a really good artist. This Puzzled, very good artist. He's a real cool dude as well. He got a lot of hate because he draws like for his art style and like some of the ideas that he wanted to draw for himself. And I was like, that sucks. You know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't, like, so, but he kind of learned to just, I don't know. He was getting sent a lot of anonymous hate messages, which kind of sucks, but he seemed to have learned to, at least this week, to like brush it off. Because the more he responds to it, the more he gets. Right. The 2-2 to Charlie Pabor. That's grounded over to short. The throw one to first. That's in time. One away. That's going to bring up George Ewell, the first baseman. First pitch to Ewell. Rounded over to first. Did they get him in time? Did they get him in time? He's safe at first. Going to go rage on a virtual road. Sounds good. It's an infield single for George Ewell. I'd imagine a lot of people here are lurking, and that's totally fine with me. I appreciate it, actually. So the support you guys give is insane. It's just crazy. Y'all are crazy. Brings up shortstop Pete Donnelly. First pitch to Donnelly. He's trying to bunt it down. He does not pull the bunt back in time, and the home plate umpire brings him for the strike. Thank you, Kane, for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome to 1871. Big game here, by the way. Again, Rockford 17-11. They lead the National League by 2 games. New York are in 4th place, 12-14. A win for Rockford would eliminate New York from playoff contention. Here's the 0-1 to Pete Donnelly, and he misses at the bunt again. Did he pull the bunt back in time? He did this time, ball 1. Here's the 1-1 to Donnelly. That is right down Broad Street, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Donnelly is off the plate, 2-2. All National League matchup here. I believe, do we have, is there, should we get the out-of-town scoreboard up? Yeah, I think there's another game here real quick. Hide weather, spray chart, 1-pitch mode, replay, super stats, hide weather, out-of-town scoreboard. No other games right now. Okay, never mind. Oh, that's right. It's not, I think it's the next day. Whatever. There is only one game today. Right, here's the 2-2. That's popped up into the seats. It'll be 2-2 still. The 2-2 is fouled off. Still 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's flied out into right field. Right fielder's got time. He gets under it. That is 2 away. We go back to the top of the order of Mike McGarry now. He flied out to left his first at bat. First pitch to Mike McGarry. That's way high, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to McGarry, that is inside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. And that one's going to be in there at the lettering, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's 2-2. The 2-2 is going to be inside, 3-2. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits. No runs, 1 hit. And they left that man on base. We go to the top of the 4th. There is still no score. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 spots due up. George Hall will be the first man up. But first, new inning, new sponsor. Smokaya is an awesome Portuguese streamer. He does Football Manager. He occasionally does a few other games like Helldivers and Pow World. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Smokaya will sponsor our 4th inning here tonight. Riney Walters is back on the pitcher's mound for New York. It's a bit of a pitcher's duel here. Just one hit for either side in a scoreless game so far. George Hall set to lead things off. He grounded out his first at bat. First pitch to George Hall. And that one is taken off the plate, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Hall. He's popped it up right in foul territory. The catcher does not have to go far. He's got it one away. That will bring up Ross Barnes. Barnes popped up to second, his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Ross Barnes. And that one's taken inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded over to third. There's no play. No play at first base. And Barnes gets an infield single. I mean, Barnes just scurried down the line. It had to be a backhand away from the first base side. And third baseman Steve Bellin to judge. That throw would have been too difficult. It would have been a tough throw, that's for sure. And so there's a runner on with one out. It's going to bring up Lip Pike, the right fielder. He struck out his first at bat. First pitch to Pike. The throw over to first. And Barnes is back safely. First pitch to Pike is taken inside for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Pike. Grounded back to second. Do they go to second for the lead runner? No, they go to first. They get him. Barnes will move to second, but 2 outs now. It's going to bring up Doug Allison. First pitch to Allison. And he's grounded that over to second. The throw on to first is in time. And the side is retired. No runs on one hit. And they left that man on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. There is still no score. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 spots due up for New York. Steve Bellin is going to be the first man up. We are going to take ourselves a 3-minute ad break. We will be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Sorry for the delay. Had to help my mother with something. I don't know if Zig is still here, but if he is, it has arrived. So, right. Let's get back into it. It's the bottom fourth here in Brooklyn. Still scoreless. Steve Bellin leads things off. He popped out to second base his first at bat. First pitch to Bellin. And he's popped that one up in shallow left. The shortstop goes back for it. He's got it one away. I did not. Okay, good. Okay, the full-time whistle just blew in the replay of the Swiss-Algeria game last night, which means I'm going to delete the recording. Switzerland won that one 2-0, so they're through to the round of 16, and I'm immediately going to tap over to the Australia-Egypt game, because that game is actually live, and I think it's still 0-0 and early. It is. It's 9th minute. Okay. It's going to bring up so I decide to follow. Welcome in, Benjay. So I haven't, I got to admit, Benjay, I haven't done any wrestling on this stream yet, but I have it written down to put on the schedule for August. And I have like, so my OC wrestles in like 3 universes right now, right? One is a Discord only universe. It's like a private Discord. She's 4 and 6 in that one. Welcome in, Pix. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. She's 4 and 6 in the competition season in that one. But her group is insanely tough, and like only the top 3 advance. And I think 3rd place is literally like 8 and 2. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, she's in a competition where there's 4 groups of 16 wrestlers, and the top 3 in each group are advancing to the playoffs. Pat coming in with a raid.
My own code now.
Welcome in, Pat. Let me go close your tab real quick, my man. But yeah, my OC's in this wrestling competition where there's 4 groups of 16 wrestlers. And some of them are OCs, some of them are like IRL wrestlers, and some of them are like video game characters. And she's in her group. I think I know that group. I don't think you do. But welcome in. Welcome in. Lucella, welcome in. It's good to see you. I don't know if it's Lucella or Luciella. Let me know. Option A is Lucella. Option B is Luciella. Please let me know which option is the correct one. Option B, you got it. Thank you. Welcome in, Luciella. Good to see you. Welcome in, Pat. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Pat. Appreciate it, man. We're doing some out of the park baseball, but yeah. She, you think you know that group? Oh yeah, because I posted the standings in the Discord, Luciella. Yeah, so you actually do know that group. I mean, it's not that Discord. It's a different Discord, but she wrestles in a private Discord. And that one's in Fire Pro Wrestling World, and she's 4 and 6 in her group. Only the top 3 are advancing, but her group is insanely fucking hard. Like, I couldn't believe how difficult. Like, like the top wrestler I think is 9 and 1, and then there's like 3 others who are 8 and 2. So like one of the 8 and 2 wrestlers is not good enough. Like, would be eliminated. Like, it's insane how tough that group is. Let me see. Where did I put that standings? Yeah. Yeah, literally. First place is 9-1. There's 3 people who are 8-2 in second. Then there's 4 people tied for fifth at 7-3, and then 1 wrestler 6-4. 2 wrestlers are tied for 10th at 5-5, and then my OC is 12th in that group at 4-6. So it's like that group is just insanely fucking difficult. Been curious about this game. I'm a rarity at Brady and Choice Baseball. Nice. Welcome in. And then, Egypt have scored. They lead 1-0. So this game is a lot of fun. We do an 1871 save. This is 1871, the very first year of professional baseball in the world. So Out of the Park has all the historical data going back to 1871. So you can start any season you want. You could do like the 1900s. You could do like, last season. You can do current season. You can do 1999. You can do whatever year you want to do. You can do it. Thank you, Tucky. As you'd expect, because I'm a Brit, I was raised on football saga, so I'm a fan of that too. I love football as well. I'm gonna refund the stretch because I literally just took a 6-minute ad break to do exactly that, Ducky. So I appreciate it. I am gonna give you your points on the stretch back though. There you go. And acquire poker chip is what you're gonna do. You are gonna go up to. You are now up to 5 white chips and 5 blue chips and 2 red chips. That's what you're on now. I'm going to hold all redeems for a minute, please. There we go. And all requests start. We are good to go for redeems. And Ducky's on the 75 stream watch streak. So, welcome in, White Doggo. Thank you for the lurk. I know you're live. You're now on 6 white chips, 6 white chips, 5 blue chips, and 2 red chips. Showing my age here, but I played the precursor to FM Championship Manager. The first one I played is 97-98. Mate, the first game I ever played was Ultima 7. So, I'm also showing my age. Upgrade blue poker chips. Okay, I actually physically have those, so... Oh, and you're upgrading your white. Oh my God, is that a giant Miku plush? It is. It's a gigantic Miku plush. She's about 3 feet tall, Luciella. So you're upgrading your white and your blue. So now, Ducky, if I get rid of that, you're going down to 1 white chip. You're going down to 1 blue chip. But you're going up to 3 red chips. There you are, sir. 3 red, 1 blue, 1 white. Can I just say I love that you have the commentary, Mike? Thanks. Yeah, it was a COVID purchase, believe it or not. Hope everything is well. Everything is good. Thank you, Ducky. I got you stacked right there. You've given me 3 white chips to disperse into the other ones because I'm out of white chips. I got a few people who are just hoarding white chips. Oh, by the way, you get a 75 stream watch streak. So you also, I beg your pardon, you don't get a free white chip. You get a free blue. So you're not on 1 white, 1 blue, 2, 3 red. You're on 2 blue and 3 red. So there you go. 2 blue chips, 3 red chips. Bro, I'll see you later, man. Thank you again. Absolutely love you too, Pat. Have a great, it's what, like super early in the freaking morning, so have a great sleep and a great day tomorrow. Right. I think I've caught up on chat. Yeah, I love football too. I've been watching football my whole life, as long as I can remember, Ben. To be honest with you, so I just a lot of that life, the large section of that when I was a kid, we couldn't watch anything. We didn't have a league. First off, I remember when we just didn't have a league over here, and then on top of that, we couldn't watch the European leagues until like 2003, 2004 was like the first year they started broadcasting them over here on regular television. So, but yeah, it's a giant Miku plush, Luciella. I got a few. I've got the Bing Bong. I've got the This Is Fine dog, and right behind him I have, I think it's Luna. I can never remember if it's Luna or Artemis, but I think it's Luna from Sailor Moon. So. My dad has been a Man United fan since the 60s, so I'm a fan too. I am unfortunately a West Ham United supporter. But I do also have season tickets to my local MLS side. I've been going to my MLS club for 11 years now. So, yeah. Right. Dick McBride settling in. Cal McVay steps up, 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to McVay. He's chopped that foul. It's 0-1. Nice, glad that you do that. I mean, I'm a big sports guy, if anyone hasn't been able to tell, with the ticker we got going on at the top and whatnot. But I'm a big sports guy. I love baseball, I love ice hockey, and I love football. I like cricket and rugby. I like auto racing. I don't care what form. I don't get into the NASCAR versus F1 stuff. I like NASCAR. I like IndyCar. I like endurance racing. I like F1. I don't watch them all religiously, you know what I mean? But I like them all. Yeah, I mean, Philadelphia is is known for being probably one of the most, if not the most, passionate sports fan base in the country. So, I love the Phillies and I love the Union, the Philadelphia Union, the MLS side. So, here's the 0-1. That's inside, 1-1. I'm not really a big basketball guy, so I don't really care for the Sixers, and I really don't care for the Sixers now that they pulled what they pulled down in Chinatown. There's a whole big brouhaha with them and trying to find a new arena and buying up property outside of Chinatown, trying to gentrify Chinatown. And it's like, dude, Chinatown is like fucking so historic in Philadelphia. Why would you gentrify that? So, but thankfully those plans fizzled out. Here's the 1-1. That's popped up right at the second baseman. He's got it 2 down. But, I thought I could hear a hint of Pennsylvania accent. Glad I just wasn't imagining. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's heavy. It's definitely heavy. So. But, yeah. Here's the first pitch to Henry Burroughs. He grounded out his first at bat. That's taken on the inside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's right in front of home plate. The throw over to first. That's in time. And the side is retired. No runs. No hits. No men left on base. They went down in order. We go to the top of the 5th. No score. Joe Stark is going to be the first man up. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots for Rockford. But first, new ending, new sponsor. Samay Art is an amazing artist. Go give them a follow if you haven't already. Their skills are just mind-blowingly good, and they do art on stream. Go give them a follow if you haven't already. Samay Art will sponsor Our fifth inning here tonight. Wait, that means you're in old ECW territory. I have been to Swanson and Rittner, yes. I have a really funny story about the one time I went to Swanson and Rittner, because I was a kid back in ECW. So ECW was on local television here, and I watched it every week. But I was only like, I think I was 8 at the time, and I was really into wrestling as a kid. I don't watch it anymore. I do have to preface that. I don't really watch wrestling anymore. The only, it was on Sports Channel Philadelphia, wasn't it? Kind of. It was really weird. It was on 48. I can't remember the name of what the station was. But it was on 48, and then sometimes it would be on 65. And 65 eventually became UPN. But thank you for the follow, Ciela. Appreciate you. I hope you're doing great. I'm assuming you don't stream, Luciella, but let me know if you do, because I would like to return the favor, drop you a follow, if you do stream yourself. It was on Channel 48, and it was on 65. So I can't remember what those, I know 65 eventually became UPN, but I don't know what it was called at the time, and I can't remember what 48 was called either. But I know they were very local to Philadelphia, those channels. And I used to watch it because the shows would go off on 48, and then the replays would be on 65. And I used to watch it all the time because I had a little TV in my room. And I was 8 years old. It's 1996. And I'm talking to my dad because I used to watch WWE as well. And I used to watch that in the living room with him. And I said, hey, like, there's like this promotion that's like Philly-based. I didn't say promotion because, I didn't know what to call it. But I'm like, there's this like Philly-based company. And they have shows down in South Philly. I'd like to go. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, he looked at the ECW. He's like, this looks like it could be too extreme for you. And I said, no, it's literally WWE. It's just local guys. So he's like, okay. So we got tickets. Good evening, Spyro. And I'm doing great, man. I hope you're well as well. And we went down to the show. It was the first show after Barely Legal, 1996. It was the first house show after Barely Legal in 96. And that they had in Philly, of course. And we go down there. The arena is awful. The bathroom floors are all sticky. Like, everything smells like pee. They have the beer table just out in the open. My dad's like, they just have an open beer table. He loved that because he loves beer. But he was like, this isn't really a place I should bring you. And then the show starts, and we sit through the whole show. And it's obviously violent. And we get in the car. It is really a bad building. Yeah, it's so terrible. There's not enough black curtain, and it's just such a crap building. But we get back in the car, and he goes, listen. He goes, I'm a little bit upset at you because you lied to me. And he goes, but I also know that you're mature enough to keep this to yourself. So he goes, if your mother asks about this, you just say it was great. I'm just going to say it was fun. We're not going to talk about the violence. And he goes, you're grounded for a week for lying to me. And he goes, and if you ever tell your mother what it was like, I'm going to ground you for a whole month. And I was like, deal. Deal. So that was it. That was the extent of it. But I was like, okay. Because I told him it was like, it's just like WWE. And then we went to SWAT, and it was not like WWE at all. I was a mischievous bastard. But yeah, it was great. It was really good. I miss ECW, and a part of me kind of died, and I kind of stopped following wrestling so closely once ECW died. Like, I've been in and out of WWE a few times since ECW went away. Like, you know, I came back in during like the One Night Stand era when they rebooted ECW at first, and then they PG-13'd it, and I fell out of it. I remember Punk's storyline. I got back in during Punk's storyline with Cena when he won the belt at Money in the Bank in Chicago, when he left the arena and all that stuff. Phenomenal, but then like the reunification arc was terrible, and I kind of fell out of it, you know. But nothing's really held my interest, I gotta say, since. The only thing that's come close is Stardom, but the times are so awful. Like, I can't stay up to watch Stardom because the shows start at like 1 in the morning. And I'm like, I can't stay up to watch a 4-hour wrestling show at 1 in the morning. You know what I mean? So, and they don't put all their VODs on YouTube. Sometimes they do. They put the whole show on YouTube, which is great. I'll watch it. But like, they don't always do that, and it's just kind of hard. You know what I mean? So, with the time difference, to do anything but just catch a VOD here and there. I met some former ECW guys at shows over here. One of them's a huge Phillies fan. In fact, nice. The Big Blue Meanie. I don't know if you remember the Big Blue Meanie, but he does really like football as well, and he will attend Philadelphia Union games. And he will not just attend them, but he'll come to the tailgate as well occasionally, which is great. Tom Fifth. Joe starts settling in. I'm on the wrong tab here. The Blue Mini is, oh yeah, yeah, nice, yeah. He's so down to earth. I love him. And he's an absolute Philly legend, to be honest with you. Right. Here's the first pitch to Joe Start from Riney Walters. He's checked, swung that. That's over to first in time. 1 away. I didn't hear the, no, you're not distracted. We are definitely chatters on this stream. We are not, it's not a distraction, trust me. I put VODs, I record these. I record out of the park and put the VODs up on YouTube, Ben. And I've literally had games that have been like 4-3. They've been pretty low-scoring games, but the VOD is like almost 5 hours because we just talk. You know, like, it's about the community first, you know what I mean? And just the just relaxing and enjoying and having a good time. So, Spar, I know I welcomed you in, man. I didn't see if you were doing well, man. Let me know. Right. This is Joe Bird settling in. First pitch to Bird. He's grounded out his first at bat. First pitch, that's high and away. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Bird is flied out into left, right at the left fielder. He's got it 2 down. I'm doing very well, my friend. Looking forward to a nice weekend. Nice. You're on it now, right? You're at the weekend, right? So, here is the first pitch to George Wright. Wright doubled his last at bat. That is off the plate away. 1-0. Oh yes. Thank you for the lurk, White Doggo. Nice, man. Yeah, we have a 3-day weekend here today, starting today. Because obviously tomorrow is actually the holiday of Independence Day. And but because it falls on a weekend, we observe it on the Friday. Because it falls on a Saturday, we observe it on the Friday. Had it fallen on the Monday, we would observe it on, or the Sunday, we would observe it on the Monday. But, yeah. The only thing that I like is sometimes, I don't know if my work is going to do this anymore, but when I first started, they did. If it fell on a Tuesday, they gave you the Monday, Tuesday off. If it fell on a Thursday, they gave you the Thursday, Friday off, and you had a nice 4-day weekend. And I'm like, that's nice. But then it would fall on like a Wednesday, and it'd be like, ugh, it's just one day. You know what I mean? So there's something I noticed from baseball announcers saying "flied." Really? Oh shit! Well, speaking of which, our sponsor just went live, so let me get them tabbed up real quick. I'm gonna say hello. And somebody sent me a notification on Discord. Who is it? Sounds odd because your mind already wants to say flu, even though I know flied makes sense at baseball. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, that's true. Right. Here's the 1-0. And this is flying out right into center field, right at the center fielder. In fact, he's got it, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no men left on base. They went down in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. There is still no score. It's the 5, 6, 7 spots to it. Reiny Volters will lead things off, the pitcher. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. We welcome you back. It is the bottom. Ooh. It is the bottom of the fifth. No score. Riney Volter settles in. Very much a pitching duel right now between these two. New York trying to stay alive in this season. Terrible, right. First pitch from Dick McBride to start the bottom of the fifth. And it's grounded over to second. Throw one to first, that's in time. One away. That's going to bring up Art Allison, the center fielder. He grounded out his first at bat. First pitch to Allison. Check swing. They're going to ask third base. It's called a strike by the home plate umpire anyway. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. High and in, 1-1. Oh, who's giving me a notification? Oh, has laptop gone offline? Is that? Oh my God. No. He's not. So who am I getting alerts from? I got like an alert that I got like a drop or some shit, and I'm like, what? I shouldn't be getting them from anybody except him. Oh, it's Baca. Okay. Damn. Okay. Problem solved. Problemo solved. Right. I'm getting encoding warnings, but I'm not. I have no drop frames. And Twitch is telling me the bit rate's okay, so I don't know what's going on there. Right. Here's the 1-1 to Allison. High and away, 2-1. I got to reset the sound again. Sorry. Here's the 2-1. I don't know. I've said it before, and that's in there right there. No, it's inside, 3-1. But like, I'm a guy that hates notifications. Like, I don't hate notifications, but I hate having unread notifications. So when you send me a so when you set, like, when I get a notification, I try to look at it right away and answer it right away. You know what I mean? And I always clean up notifications. So like, I always try to be that, like that, so that when somebody pings me, I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? But that also means they kind of turn into a distraction. You know what I mean? As well. Like, it's nice because it means I can stay on top of things, because the moment I get a ping, I'm like, okay, right. But it also means I can stay on top of things. You know what I mean? But, and be responsive to people. Here's the 3-1. Grounded over to second. The throw on to first. That's in time. 2 down. My S key and my U key are still acting up. I need to really clean this. I still haven't cleaned this. I have to clean this keyboard. I'm off Sunday. I probably will do it Sunday, in all honesty. Right. Charlie Pavor settling in. He grounded out his first at bat. First pitch is right at the knees, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And he's popped it up right in front of home plate. Catcher's got it. Side is retired. No runs. No hits. No men left on base. We go to the top of the 6th. No score. 9-1-2 spots due up. Dick McBride is going to lead things off. But first, new ending, new sponsor. DM Stewart is an awesome speedrunning retro game commentator who commentates the Final Fantasy randomizer for FF1 and the Worlds Collide randomizer for FF6. Give him a follow if you haven't already. He does things like seed testing, randomizer seed testing, and also some Moogle Cup stuff on his stream. The great DM Stewart will sponsor our 6th inning here tonight. Top 6 in what is one of the lowest scoring affairs of the season so far. Here's the first pitch to Dick McBride. And swung on a miss. That's 0-1. McBride flied out to right his first at bat. Here's the 0-1. A 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That's fouled down the third base side. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. High, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. He's flying out in the left. That's caught. 1 away. That's going to bring up Cap Anson in the top of the order. Anson's 0 for 2. First pitch to Anson. That's in there, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate away, 1-1. The 1-1. High, 2-1. 2-1 pitch to Anson. High, 3-1. Hitters count. Here's the pitch. He's taking that on the inside part of the plate. 3-2 now. Full count. Here's the pitch. He's fouled it off. Still 3-2. The 3-2. Fouled off. Still 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Grounded over to short. The throw on to first is in time. 2 down. That'll bring up George Hall, left fielder. He's 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Hall. And that one's taken high for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Rounded back to the mound. The throw over to first is in time, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no men left on base. We go the bottom of the 6th. No score. The 8-9-1 spots will be due up for New York. We're going to take a 3-minute ad break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. We are back. I'm just going to make sure we can reset the sound. There we go. It is bottom sixth. New York at the plate. Valters threw 6. Just 63 pitches, by the way. First pitch to George Ewell to lead off the bottom of the sixth here. And that's high, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is in there, right down Broad Street, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is flied into left. Is that going to stay fair? It will. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Ewell has got himself a single. The fielder's done very well to limit that to a single. Very well done by George Hall to just ensure the single. But yes, Ewell is aboard with a leadoff single. It's going to bring up Pete Donnelly, the shortstop. He flied out to right his first at bat. First pitch. Ewell, by the way, is 2 for 2 right now. This is a bunt down the throw over the first in time. And so it's a sacrifice bunt. Not 1-3. That is 2-3 on the sac bunt. That's going to allow Ewell to get the second. He's in scoring position now with 1 out. Right. Here is, we're going to get a substitution. We have a substitution. I'm kind of surprised that we have a substitution in the 6th. But we do have a substitution. Harry Berthrong will settle in for Steve Bellin. Bellin's night is, for Mike McGeary. McGeary's night is done. He finishes 0 for 2. First pitch to Berthrong. Berthrong is 1 for 10 in pitch hits appearances, and this is flied out right deep into left. The left fielder's in foul territory. Is he going to catch it? No, it lands in the seats. So 0-1 to Berthrong. Berthrong this season is 3 for 19, batting 158 with 2 RBIs. First pitch, the 0-1 is at the knees, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is high and inside, 1-2. The 1-2, high, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, fouled off into the backstop, still 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Check swing. They're going to ask third base. He did not go. 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. The throw on to first is in time. 2 down. Ewell does get to third base. He's just 90 feet away now, but there are 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Steve Bellin, who's 0 for 2. Welcome home, Bobby. We are in a hell of a pitcher's duel. A hell of a pitcher's duel. Here's the first pitch to Bellin. That's high, 1-0. Each team with 2 hits. Not a single run yet. You haven't seen a prime Bobby Mass pitch yet. There's a name for that. It's called a meat pitch. Here's the 1-0. Oh, that's swung on a miss. That's 1-1. The 1-1 is flied out into center. Center fielder's there. He's got it, and the side is retired. No runs on 1 hit, and they left that man on base. We go to the top 7th. No score. Riney Volter, 63 pitches through 6. Dick McBride, 64. Never pitched a ball in my life, only in softball, unless that's underhand. I don't throw overhand in baseball. You know what I throw? I throw sidearm. I'm a sidearm guy. I can't control it coming over the top for some reason. I can't get the release point down from up here. But if I come in from the side, I can really control my release point. So whenever I pitched, which wasn't often, I was a shortstop, but whenever I did pitch, I was always a sidearm pitcher. Give me 1 sec. Right. Also, my grandma told me to say hi to you. I tried to explain Twitch and all to her was, as I'm not visiting tomorrow. She don't even got internet, but she gotta understand how she gotta understand. Wait, what? How's she gonna understand Twitch? Fair enough. But hello to Bobby's Nun. Are you visiting her? Oh no, you just visited her, didn't you? Right. New ending, new sponsor. That's what I'm forgetting. I know I'm forgetting something. New ending, new sponsor. Oh yeah, visited today. Nice. Thank you for the lurk, Thomas. I hope you're well, my man. White Doggo is an awesome variety streamer, core keeper, Project Zomboid, Rimworld. Go check him out. They're an awesome guy to talk to. And they're an animal lover. The Great White Doggo will sponsor our 7th inning here tonight. Ross Barnes will lead things off for us here. Barnes is 1 for 2 so far today. Ian, good to see you, Ian. Let me reset the thing. There we go. Right, first pitch to Barnes. That is gonna catch the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. It's flied into center. That's going to be a base hit. And it's a single for Ross Barnes, his second knock of the afternoon. Here's Lip Pike, right field, the most dangerous hitter in all of baseball. How you doing, Ian? I hope you're off today, Ian. I hope you're off today, my man. Here's the first pitch. That's high. 1-0. The throw over to second. Not in time. And Ross Barnes, that is a massive stolen base in this game. Second base with nobody out. Here's the 1-0 to Lip Pike. That's high and inside. That's going to get by the catcher as well. It's a wild pitch. And Barnes is on third. A base hit will bring him in. The 2-0 to Pike, and he has lined that. He's ripped that right back at the catcher. Safe at third on the throwback to third. They almost cleared the bases with that one. But thankfully, Barnes scurries back, and he gets back home to third base in time. That brings up Doug Allison. He's 0 for 2. Runner 90 feet away with just one out. Check swing. They're going to ask first base. He did not go. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0. Rounded over to third. The throw over to first is in time. 2 down now. Brings up Joe Start. He is 0 for 2. First pitch to Start. Check swing. They're going to ask first base or third base. He went around, he says. 0-1. Alas, the medical field I am working today, but half or more of my stops are closed, so it'll be really short shift and I'm off tomorrow. Nice. Nice. Give me a second. OOTP just went live. I want to at least get them up so I can farm drops. Okay. I got Smokaya rated into Petrus the Rock, and then he just went offline, so let me close that tab. Yeah, we're off as well. Here's the 0-1 to Start. Swung on and missed. 0-2. The 0-2 to Start. And he's grounded that right back up the mound. The throw on to first is in time. And the side is retired. No runs on one hit, and they left that man on base. We go bottom 7th. There's still no score. It's going to be the 3, 4, 5 spots due up for New York. Cal McVeigh will get things let off. We, as always, as is tradition, will play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Enjoy. We are going to step away from the camera. We'll be back with more in 2-3 minutes time. Enjoy Harrison Scheckler and Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Right, we're back. Speaking of medical, I don't know if anyone's watching Australia Egypt, but uh, I don't understand why this kid's gonna come back onto the pitch and play. Because there was a play where they were going for the Egyptian defender was going for the ball, right? And the Aussie guy came leaping in for it, and he didn't like do it until he didn't stick it out or anything like that, but his shoulder literally just went bam right in the back of the guy's head, and the guy just went down, and he was literally not moving. He was out cold. And the ref immediately blew the whistle, waved the medical staff on. The medical staff rushed onto the field because all the Egyptian players were like, come on, come on, come on. And the medical staff ran out, I mean, as quick as they can. And he was still out cold when they got there. And about 30 seconds after they got there, he woke up, and they got him up onto his feet. And, yeah, he's on the pitch. And I'm like, I don't understand how he's allowed. Like, certainly you got to think for player safety, because he was out. I mean, he was out cold. He was out cold. I don't know. I don't know how that can. I don't know how you can be out cold like that and not have a concussion. That was scary. Like they have Fox on the other room. I have Telemundo, but I was in the other room during the ad break, or during the seventh inning stretch, and they literally like panned away from the shot. So I no clue. So yeah, that was scary. He stated, yeah, he's in the game. He's in the game. So whenever you go down, right, whether it's an ankle injury, a head injury, anything, if the player is not booked, like if you're fouled and the player is booked, you can stay on the pitch. But if you're fouled and you stay down longer than, I think it's 30 or 60 seconds, you're required to go off the pitch for a minute. So he was required to go off the pitch for a minute because it wasn't a foul. It was just a collision. You know what I mean? But the medical staff cleared him. And he's on the pitch right now. And I'm kind of shocked because, so like in MLS, Ian, the doctor has to be independent. So like if there's like the clubs have to have a head doctor there who specializes in concussions, and he is not paid by the team, he's paid by the league. And whenever there's a head situation like that, that doctor has to do a concussion protocol test on him and say, okay, yeah, he's actually okay, and he can go back into the game. And if that doctor clears him, then he's let back into the game. And if that doctor doesn't clear him, then the team that has that player has to sub him out. They're required to sub him out. And that's what it is in MLS. But I don't think the World Cup has that. I don't think FIFA has that written into the World Cup rule. Like, yeah, crazy that it's 1-1. Australia just scored on a free kick. A header off a free kick. It's 1-1. But yeah, it's wild that they kept him in. I agree. I completely. I'm like, dude, what? So. Right. Sorry, I was about to say that they're looking at him now. He looks okay. I don't know. Yeah, they're all on sides. 1-1. Ter Stegen off to Ajax. Nice. How's Groningen looking this offseason, Bobby? Right, bottom 7th, it'll be Cal McVeigh to lead things off. McVeigh's 0 for 2. Here's the first pitch to McVeigh. Swung on a miss to the pitch way high, 1-0. Or 0-1. We signed 2-3 players. Apparently a CDM is underway, but we also need a new left back. Nice. I don't follow off-season in Prem or England or Europe in general. I follow it a little bit in MLS, but I generally don't follow off-season. All the stories that come out they just drive me up a wall. I don't follow off-season either that much, but I follow the team on it. So that's fair. Like I do the same thing with the Union. Like I'll see the Union announce their signings, but I'm not going to be like, well, this person's interested in the move. This person's blah. This person's bad. You know what I mean? And I detest that about the English game. So I see articles come and go. Yeah. So all this stuff like, well, this player wants to move, but his girlfriend doesn't. Oh, but I don't care. Like all of that is just fluff, and the English media is full of that. So right, here's the 0-1. It's grounded back towards second. The throw on to first. That's in time. 1 away. Like, oh, it's rumored this player's going here, but he's getting an offer. He's considering another offer, and I'm considering. You know what I mean? Like sticking my head in the sand for 3 months. Like, I don't know. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. Here's Henry Burroughs, left fielder. He's 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Burroughs. Inside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That's popped up. In foul territory. First baseman's coming over. He's got it. 2 down. Guess what arrived just in time for tomorrow, Bobby? It got here in the middle of the, I think, the 4th or 5th inning. It's going to bring up Rainy Volters. First pitch to Volters. That's in the dirt, 1-0. There's the 1-0. In there for a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is grounded over to third. Throw on to first, that's in time, and the side is retired. They go down in order here at the bottom of the 7th. We move to the top of the 8th. It's still a scoreless ball game. 30, baby. Peaceful. Matty B. Welcome in, my man. How are you? I don't have, I have to do the physical chips. I only have like 4 to give out, but you have got 4 white chips and 1 blue chip, Peaceful. Thank you for the 30 stream watch streak, man. I appreciate you so much. But the list is now updated. So. Right. Hey, it's Vengeful Matty B. Nice. So I paid attention to Croatian management last night while I was working at Drive, and I literally thought they went into extra because they kept going 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Why was there so much extra time at the end of the second half? But I never looked up to see why. So they had they had 2 VAR reviews in the second half, which took time. And then they had, I think, an injury or a stoppage of some type, right? And they had the hydration break. So they had to add all of that. So they had 3 goals, or well, at the time they had 2 goals, and they had the hydration break, and they had 2 VAR checks. So all of that took 10 minutes. So they added 10 minutes on. And then they had the VAR check right at the beginning of stoppage time to give Portugal the penalty. And that check was like 3 to 4 minutes. So they added on top of the 10, they let them play an extra 3 to account for the VAR stoppage at the beginning of extra time. And then Portugal actually scored. And then Croatia actually scored, but they had the VAR check that. So when Croatia scored, they were like, okay, well, we only played 12 and we're supposed to play like 13 now, so we're going to play an extra minute. So they gave them like an extra 90 seconds. But it didn't work out for Croatia, unfortunately. I really wanted to see Croatia win that as well. Because now everyone's going around being like, he's 41 and he's still scoring at the World Cup. What a goat. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking penalty. I have as much chance of making a penalty. Like, come on, man. It's a pen. Yeah, the sport type I have is like live ticker on it, so I was paying attention to it and shouted so loud when they scored, and then I shouted so loud when they called it offside. He was the sports app, yeah. He was genuinely offsides though. Like his whole body was offsides. So. Yeah, I wish I could have seen that match. Sounded like the first half was terrible. That was the crazy. The first half was awful. But the second half was a storm. Give me a second, please. I'm sorry. Sorry, I just got to ask the question, and I'm like, let me just get this real quick. Sorry. I got to be honest. My head turned out of the World Cup as soon as Dutch got knocked out. That's fair. That's fair. I don't think I'll be the same way with the U.S. I generally think I'll be I think I'll probably just keep. I mean, I love the World Cup. It's what got me into it's what got me into football, right? Because like when I was growing up, uh, uh, when I was growing up, we didn't have a league, right? So we had no league, and uh, so like the World Cup was the only time we got to watch it, and then we had MLS start up in '96, but it was just it wasn't the same, right? Like because they hated ties and they did the crazy shootouts and like the point structure wasn't the same and it was just kind of like it just felt too different. You know what I mean? It just felt like this was an experiment that wasn't going to last back in '96. And then like Philly didn't have a team and it was kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to root for New York or DC. I don't really like LA. So, you know, like the teams that were in MLS, they weren't likable to me. So I didn't watch it. And then like 03, 04, you start to get the European game coming over, but there was no like, this is how the European game is. They just broadcasted a random game once a week. And it was just like, oh. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where it's like, I just, for the longest time growing up, for the Opens, until I was like maybe at 18, the World Cup was like the only thing. And it was only once every 4 years. So you just got so hyped for it and watching every game, and it kind of brings back all those memories, you know, every time the World Cup comes around. So I'm hooked. It's what got me into football. So I'm always going to watch it, you know. So that's the crazy thing. I will watch the World Cup no matter what countries are in it, even if I don't like their teams. But I literally couldn't care less about the Champions League anymore. Like the UEFA Champions League, I couldn't. It's just so blah. I just hate all the clubs in the Champions League. So I'll watch like maybe some of the group stage or the league phase as it's called. And then the moment all the teams that I actually either don't mind, don't have an issue with, or actually like fail to advance, I am pretty much done with the Champions League. The other team I like got knocked out. Japan, and my third team also got knocked out. Korea, yeah. I mean, there's some countries I still like too, like Australia's in it still. I don't mind Morocco. Canada and whatnot. But I'll be watching it all the way to the end. Right. Top 8th. New ending, new sponsor. New ending, new sponsor. Where were we at? Where's damn? There we go. Right. 10th Shadow. He doesn't stream often, but he's a lovely guy. Give him a follow if you haven't already. He's part of our Action Timon clan. He is he does Resident Evil. He's done Silent Hill. He's done Dead or Alive. He's done Final Fantasy 14. Give him a follow. 10 Shadow will sponsor our 8th inning here today. Here's the first pitch. That is high, 1-0. They robbed Senegal in the AFCON. Don't like them anymore, so I do support them versus European teams, though. Fair enough, Sapagio. Welcome in. That's fair. I hope you're well, my friend. Here's the 1-0. Ripped into right center field, base hit. And George Bird has got a single to start the 8th. It's going to bring up George Wright. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Wright. High, 1-0. Well, screw you then. I'll dislike Banfield now. No. No. I don't mind Morocco. Yeah, you're right. They did screw Senegal out of the AFCON, but I don't look at that as, I mean, I know they submitted the appeal, but I look at that more as AFCON just being fucking corrupt than Morocco more than anything, you know? They had my boy Tagliafico. Nice. They won a cup via email. That's crazy. They circled back. Is that what you're saying? I never knew you could win a cup in a teams meeting. Here's the 1-0. That's ripped into left. Base hit. And it's back-to-back hits for Rockford to start the 8th. Going to bring up Dick McBride, the pitcher. He is 0 for 2 so far today. Are you an Ajax fan, me or Bobby? Here's the first pitch. Rounded over to second. The throw. Is it a bad throw? Okay, who is the error on? It's on Bertram. Harry Bertram gets credited with the error. Bertram is the second baseman. It's the first error of the game. It's a fielder's choice. 4-6 error on 4. Going to second is Right, going to third is Burt. The bases are loaded. Thank you, Bobby. The bases are loaded. Nobody out. Here is Cap Anson. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Anson, that's high, 1-0. The 1-0. Swung on and missed, that's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. That's 1-2. The 1-2 to Anson is off the plate, but it gets by. Coming home is going to be George Bird. He's safe at the plate, and Rockford in the 8th have taken the lead. It's 1-0. Going to second is Wright. Going to third is McBride. And it's a 2-2 count now to Anson. First pitch to Anson is high and inside. I should say 2-2 pitch to Anson. It's high and inside. 3-2. Full count. Here's the pitch. Check swing. They ask first base. He did not go. And Anson has drawn the walk. This is going to bring up George Hall. First pitch to Hall. Right down Broad Street. 0-1. There's the 0-1 pitch to Hall. And he's grounded it back up to second. To throw home is in time. They go to first. Save it first. So it's a fielder's choice 4-2. Hall will go to first. Anson will go to second. McBride will go to third. They will throw right out at home plate. And there's one out. Here's Ross Barnes, second baseman. First pitch to Barnes. Check swing. But it's in there for a strike anyway. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Rounded over to short. They go home. They get him. That's all they get. Six-2 fielder's choice. Hall goes to second. Anson goes to third. They throw McBride out at home. And the most dangerous hitter in the majors is now at the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Lip Pike is 0 for 3 today. He leads the majors in runs batted in. He leads the majors in home runs. Here's the first pitch from Valters, and he has popped that. He's flied that out to center. Center fielder's there. Oh, he's made an error. He's flubbed it. It's an F8. There are jeers and boos from the New York crowd. Scoring on the error is Anson. Pike is safe at first. Art Allison makes the error. New York scores 2. Anson scores. Hall scores. Sorry, Barnes goes to third. And Pike goes to second. Another error, yes. Hit that exclamation point E. Thank you. It is Doug Allison settling in. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Allison. Swung on a miss. That's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. High. 1-1. New York are behind 3-0. A reminder, if they lose this game, they are out. They are eliminated. Here's the 1-1. That's high. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. That's high. 3-1. Hitters count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Joe's start. First pitch to start. That's high. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That's high. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is fouled off. 2-1. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to second. The throw to first. That's in time. And the side is retired. 3 runs on 2 hits. And they left the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th here. New York in Brooklyn, New York. Rockford leading 3-0. 6, 7, 8 spots due up. It'll be Art Allison set to lead things off. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We will be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Chat, guess what's back? Guess what I have? Guess what I have, chat? Take a guess. Look what is back. Look what's back. Guess who's back? Back again. It's very good. Right, bottom eighth. Art Allison set to lead things off. First pitch to Allison. He's grounded that foul down the third base side. Still 1-0. Or 0-1, I should say. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Listen, I swung on a miss. That's 0-2. Listen, Peaceful Manny B. I can't make all of the puns with a soda named Fresca, okay? I can't. I'm sorry. Right, 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That's lined into left. Base hit. And it's a single to start the eighth for New York. Just keep. I am not above cheap, terrible ref puns, okay? I am not above that. I am not above being an immature idiot. Oh, what a ball. What a ball. What a sick ball. Right. Here's the first pitch to Charlie Pabor. Pabor's 0 for 2. He's going to take that one for a ball, apparently. Here's the 1-0. And that one is going to catch the outside corner. 1-1. Fresca's a 10. Squirt is a 7. Fresca. Bobby. Bobby. I see. Wild to name a drink like that? Brilliant. Brilliant to name a drink like that. Oh, what a ball. Whoa. Right. No, you don't say, I'll take one. You'll say, I'll have a. Can I have a? Even the logo wants it to be something else. Yeah, you will. Here's the 1-1. That's ripped into right center field. Base hit. That's going to go off the top of the wall. Center fielder misses it. This is going to be a triple. No, it's a double. Or it's oh my God, they could have run for 3. It's a double for Pabor. Going to third is Allison. 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Brings up George Ewell. He's 2 for 2 today. First pitch to Ewell. High 1-0. I would say Squirt is like a 7. Fresca to me is like an 8.5 or 9. Fresca's good, but I have had Fresca before, I think. But it's not the best. Like, I like birch beer more. Depends on the birch beer, though. I've had terrible birch beer. But then also I've had incredible birch beer, and that's probably the best soda I've ever had in the world. I don't like grapefruits, like just eating a grapefruit, but grapefruit soda just hits. I'm same way. Same way. I can't eat grapefruit. I don't like grapefruit, the fruit itself. I don't even like grapefruit flavored stuff, but for some reason a grapefruit soda, it just hits. I love a good whiskey, but apparently, according to my parents, I drink anything with alcohol in it. I cannot have the same accusations levied against me. Although I do not fuck with coconut. Now, I don't fuck with coconut in anything. Here's the 1-0. Ripped right at the second baseman. Oh, no! He steps on second as well. It's an unassisted double play. Can you believe it? shortstop George Wright grabs the ball. And the second baseman had run on contact. He was way out of position. And Wright goes and steps on second for the out at second base. An unassisted double play. Coconut alcohol tastes like and I hate them. A Bros? Arrow? And I hate them? Yeah. Can we acknowledge that the right fielder's name, Lip Pike, sounds like medieval weaponry? Arm them with the Lip Pike, my lord. Oh, God. Bobby Moore, coconut rum for me. Oh, good. Bobby Moore, coconut rum for me. Nice. Yeah, I'm not a big I do not like coconut. Then again, I don't like rum either. Rum is not, I'm not big on rum. So, that brings up Pete Donnelly, the shortstop. First pitch to Donnelly. Runner on third, 2 outs. Check swing, they has third base. He went around. 0-1. Vio. I don't like rum. But I don't like hard whiskey. The only like hard liquor I like is like a margarita. That's about it. And I can't do tequila straight. I have to have it in a margarita. And yes, good birch beer beats any other drink ever. Thanks, USA. Peaceful, I don't know if you want to look this up, but there used to be a birch beer out here in Pennsylvania. It was very local to Pennsylvania, called Frozen Run Black Bear Mountain Birch Beer. Frozen Run Black Bear Mountain Birch Beer. It is single-handedly the best soda I've ever had. It is no longer in production. The company sold themselves to PepsiCo, and PepsiCo has not done anything with the... PepsiCo closed the plant and has not done anything with the formula. So you can't find it anymore. But Frozen Run Black Bear Mountain Birch Beer is hands down the best soda I've ever had. Without a shadow of a doubt. Here's the 0-1 to Donnelly. He's fouled that off. It's 0-2. What a save! Oh my God, the Aussie keeper just kept them in this World Cup. What a fucking save that is. That's an outrageous save. What a save. Here's the 0-2. That's high, 1-2. Produced in limited runs, available on Instacart. It's out of stock. I guarantee if you try to buy it off Instacart, it's going to tell you it's out of stock. Here's the 1-2. Grounded to third. The throw on to first is in time, and the side is retired. No runs on 2 hits, and they left 1 man aboard. We go to the top of the 9th, 3-0 Rockford. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 spots due up. George Bird will lead things off. I'm going to look this up now because I kind of want. I want it. I want it. Frozen Run Black Bear Mountain Birch Beer. Instacart. I go to Instacart. Buy now at Instacart. And when I click buy now, it just takes me to a page that doesn't have any of it. Like it says Martin's has it. Now I have to log in. But no results at Martin's. And if Sprouts is the only other one that has it, let me guess, no result. No results. Now I have Giant, Redner's, Giant, no results. I couldn't even tell you where Martin's is, or Sprouts, or Redner's. I've never heard of these places. No results. Yoder's Country Market. Where the fuck is that? No results. Yeah. Yeah. It's not anywhere. It's gone. It's gone. Although there is this article from 2006, from this year. Oh. Uh, corporate acquisitions eventually carried the brands into the hands of Keurig Dr. Pepper, who ceased production on the product. So there you go. That was from the, was it Lafayette? Something like that? I don't know. Lycoming County's newspaper. Yeah. It's gone. It is gone. God, there's a website. One of the results to searching that, by the way, brought me to an article from 1998. Any American beer is below any European beer. It's not beer. Birch beer is not beer. I didn't know Instacart works like that. Yeah, birch beer is not beer. Birch beer is soda. Think of like root beer, but instead of it coming from the sarsaparilla plant, it comes from birch beer. Or it comes from birch trees. It comes from like birch. That's why it's called birch beer. So, you can't name something beer and it be soda. It's good. It's good. Sunset Sarsaparilla Nuka-Cola. I don't think I've had either. I've had sarsaparilla soda. Birch beer is root beer's superior cousin. Fact. Right. Top ninth. George Bird will get things let off. He's 1 for 3. 10 out of 10 reference. I don't know the reference. That's on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. We're going to extra time, by the way. At least you got it. Sorry. Here's the 0-1. That's popped up in foul territory. First baseman's coming over for it. He's got it. 1 away. Coca-Cola is new. The Fallout game series has their own version of soda. Coca-Cola is Nuka-Cola. Okay, so I've heard of that, but I didn't know that Sunset Sarsaparilla is basically Fanta. That couldn't be further apart in terms of soda. I don't mind Dr. Pepper, by the way. Dr. Pepper's okay. Big smile on my face when I read it, Bobby. Nice. I don't mind Dr. Pepper. It's not my go-to. It's going to bring up George Wright. First pitch to right. That's high and away, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. It's grounded down the first base side. He'll step on the bag himself. That is going to be 2 down. That'll bring up Dick McBride. He's 0 for 3 so far today. First pitch to McBride. And that's grounded over to third. The throw on to first is in time, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no men left on base. We go bottom of the ninth. 3-0 Rockford. It'll be the top of the order due up. Harry Berthrong, sorry, will be the first man up. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time.
I owe allegiance to no entity. I
Zig!
intend to live by my own code now.
Benny, God, we are idiots. What? Why is that? I'm dumb because I just now had you tabbed up. Why? 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 I just tapped you up now. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to check Twitch tabs for the entirety of the game, and I just tabbed you up. But why are we idiots? What's going on? Because we come into each other's stream and just shout names? Zig! Big fan of Fallout besides 76. Yeah, fair enough. I want to get into Fallout. I haven't been able to, but I'm like, you're spent. Nice. How was the PGA though? Right, you rated in. Let me shout you out. Are you the first one that rated in? Patwitz rated in earlier, and I totally forgot to fucking shout him out. Okay. Oh my god. I sorted my course out. Nice. Guys, go follow Zig. Course designer on PGA Tour 2K25. Also plays a bit of it himself. Really cool guy. Does Football Manager. He's got 2 great network saves going in Football Manager. He does a little bit of some other stuff sometimes, like I think Arc Raiders and Euro Truck Simulator. He's just an amazing individual. Go give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Zigguraf. Shout out Zig. I got it all lined up. Now I need to fix all the elevations. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. You've joined us for a hell of a baseball game, by the way. Nobody scored until the top of the 8th, in which every batter on the Rockford side had an at-bat. Or at least they had a plate appearance, not necessarily at-bat, because Doug Allison and Cap Anson both walked. They scored 3 in that inning. New York in the bottom of the 8th got runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out, but couldn't bring them home. And now they sit here in the bottom of the 9th, down by 3. A loss here eliminates New York from playoff contention. But I found a thing that will help me. Nice. Go on. Go on. Do explain. Valters has thrown 105 pitches for his 9. Dick McBride about to throw his 84th. It's Harry Berthrong who steps in, the second baseman. He grounded out his first at bat. First pitch to Berthrong. Check swing. They asked third base. He did not go. 1-0. The 1-0. Grounded foul down the first base side. 1-1. Oh, Zig, guess what I have? Look at what I have, Zig. It's arrived. It's back. It's making another unholy appearance. Skull, nice. What's up, people? Welcome back in, man. Ah, very good. Very good. I just wanted to have one on stream, Zig. I'm sorry. Here's the 1-1. He's fouled that off into the backstop. It's 1-2. I'm sure that's it. I don't think it is, believe it or not. I think anybody can have one. Here's the 1-2. Off the plate, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Flight out into right. Does that stay fair? No, it lands. It hits the foul side of the wall. I've been holding back that comment for so long. So I can click anywhere on the map and it gives me. That's sick. That's sick. Here's the 2-2. That's fouled off into the backstop. Still alive here at 2-2. He uses the map I made in the bet. That's nice. Here's the 2-2. Lined into left, base hit. And Berthrong starts off with a single. Yeah, that's really going to help you. That'll bring up Steve Bellin. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Bellin. And that is, I think, in there. No, it's high, 1-0. Rally caps are out in Brooklyn. Throw over to first. Runner is back safely. You can line it up perfectly. Oh, my God. It's going to make your life so much easier. Here's the 1-0. Grounded over to short. He'll step on the bag for one to throw to second. They got him. Double play. Six-three double play. Astra lost in space. How is it, Bobby? That'll bring up Cal McVeigh. Nobody on, 2 outs. First pitch to Cal McVeigh, who is 0 for 3 so far today. He has lined that foul down the third base side. Pretty decent so far. Nice. I was talking about anime in another Discord, or I think it was yesterday. And we were like, somebody mentioned, oh, I've watched this old anime, Tsubasa Chronicles. And I'm like, man, if Tsubasa Chronicles is old, I'm fucking ancient. And he was like, I remember when it came out. And I'm like, I remember watching anime that came out before that. He goes, I do too. I'm like, God damn it, how do we get so goddamn old? But I'm trying to finish other animes I have on my watch list. Fair enough. Here's the 0-1. High, 1-1. The 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1. I know of Captain Tsubasa. I think we all know of Captain Tsubasa. You would have been really young when Tsubasa Chronicles came out, I think, Bobby. Tsubasa Chronicles, I want to say, was 05 or 06. Hold on. It's an anime. It's an anime. Am I going to have to find this Discord? Was it Miyu's Discord we had this conversation in? It might have been Dis's Discord. Miyu has... Oh, my God. Miyu was live an hour ago. How have I not got her tabbed up? Is she still live? Am I tripping? I might be tripping. Oh, my God. Where is she? I see Botcha. I see Grace. I have to get... Oh, there she is. Where the hell did the tabs go? Vivaldi, I swear to fucking God. Lucky's just rated. Let me get one more tab going here. I just can't fucking seem to find it. There it is. I really wish Vivaldi would stop that shit. All right, cool. Benny, I'm from 96. My first ever anime was Technoman from 93. My brother exposed me to anime at a very young age. What, -3? No, we had this. I think I'm looking now. I'm trying to see it now. I think we had this conversation. Oh no, we had it in Miyu's Discord. Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle was the name of the anime, shortened to just Tsubasa Chronicles. I think it was a Clamp anime, something like that. I think Tsubasa Reservoir was by Clamp. Yeah, it was written by Clamp. Um, it's from the original run of the manga was 03 to 2009. The original run of the anime was 05 to 06. So you would have been really young, to be fair. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Neither do I, but then you have to realize that was 20 years ago. High and away, 3-1. You know what I mean? Like, I don't consider it old either, but like now I'm like, that is actually 20 years old, that anime. So. Here's the 3-1. He's popped it up in foul territory. The first baseman's got it, and the ball game is over. New York needed to win to stay in the playoff hunt. They did very well, only giving up 3 runs in the 8th inning, but they are blanked by Dick McBride and the Forest Citys crew. The final here, the Rockford Forest Citys 3, the New York Mutual 0. You watched the original Captain Tsubasa, and that's from the 80s. Good show, good anime. I remember watching The Prince of Tennis when I was in college. All 200-some bastardly fucking episodes of it, too. Right. It's not a bad anime. It just goes on way too long. It's just way too long. So, Prince of Tennis is also great. Yeah, I mean, it's a good anime, but at times you're watching it just like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, when do we actually move forward? Right, let's do the post-game show. I'm going to have this. I got to shout out Pat. He'll sponsor the post-game show. Post-game show sponsored by Patwitz. F1 Manager. Football Manager. Apex Legends. He's actually nasty at Apex. Go give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Patwitz will sponsor our post-game show. Shout out Patwitz. There's going to be a rom-com anime coming for where a girl turns into Godzilla whenever her emotional state spikes. Now I'm not done with anime, but sometimes. What's it? Every day we stray further. Right, let's go over your batting statistics, starting with the visiting Rockford Forest Citys. Anson had 3 at-bats. He did not have a hit. He scored 1 run. He had a base on balls. George Hall had 4 at-bats. He did not have a hit. He scored 1 run. Ross Barnes had 4 at-bats. He had 1 hit. No, I'm sorry. He had 2 hits. Beg your pardon. He had 2 hits. And he had a stolen base. Limp Pike had 4 at-bats. He did not have a hit. He struck out once. Doug Allison had 3 at-bats. He did not have a hit. He had a base on balls. Joe Start had 4 at-bats. He did not have a hit. George Bird had 4 at-bats. He had 1 hit. He scored 1 run. George Wright had 4 at-bats, 2 hits, one of which was a double. And Dick McBride had 4 at-bats. He did not have a hit. Final batting statistics for the Rockford Forest Citys. 3 and 4 is 7, 4 is 11, 4 is 15, 3 is 18, 4 is 22, 4 is 26, 4 is 30, 4 is 34. Runs 3. Hits 5. Doubles 1. Base on balls 2. Strikeouts 1. Stolen bases 1. RBIs. None of them were bad. Were no RBIs. No fielding errors either. Right. We'll come back to the pitching statistics in a moment. There's also going to be an anime about girls in the hood doing what? What? Okay, now come on now. Come on now. Right. Final batting statistics for the New York Mutuals. Mike McGeary, 2 at bats. He did not have a hit. He struck out once. Steve Bellin, 4 at bats. He did not have a hit. Cal McVeigh, 4 at bats. He did not have a hit. Henry Burroughs, 3 at bats. He did not have a hit. Riney Volters, 3 at bats. He did not have a hit. Arndt Allison, 3 at bats. He had 1 hit. He made 1 fielding error. Charlie Pabor, 3 at bats. He had 1 hit. It was a double. George Ewell, 3 at bats. He had 2 hits. Pete Donnelly, 2 at bats. He did not have a hit. He had a sack. And Harry Berthrong, 2 at bats. He had 1 hit. He made 1 fielding error. The final batting statistics for the New York Mutuals. 2 and 4 is 6, 4 is 10. And 3 is 13, 3 is 16, 3 is 19, 3 is 22, 3 is 25, 2 is 27, 2 is 29. You only get 27, and they got 29. So, I mean, the minimum you're guaranteed is 27. They had 29. No runs. 1, 3, 4, 5 hits. 1 double. No base on balls. 1 strikeout. 1 sack. No RBIs. 2 fielding errors. The specific anime you are looking for is Jimoto Saiko, also known as Hometown is the Best. The series follows a group of chronically optimistic young girls living in an impoverished, crime-ridden neighborhood where drugs, violence, and heavy drinking are regular, everyday occurrences. I wish I was kidding. It's an anime about America. Wait, no, just right. Your pitching statistics. Dick McBride gets the win. 9 innings pitched, 97 pitches. No base on balls, 1 strikeout, 5 hits, no earned, no runs. He will improve to 17-9 on the season. Detroit the anime. Oh my God. Riney Volters gets credited with the loss. That's pretty harsh on him, though. 9 innings pitched, 105 pitches, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 5 hits, 3 runs, only a single one earned. He drops to 12-15 on the season. Dick McBride wins player of the game. Official, I would agree with that. Official match time, 2 hour 8. Official attendance, 856. Right, first thing we're going to do is save the game. Right. And then we're going to advance. This is the 30th of August. We're going to advance. Welcome. That's the 31st of August. We're going to advance. Welcome to September. September. Right. McBride wins rookie and pitcher of the year. Pitcher of the month. So, what does that do to the standings? Well, it draws a big E next to New York Mutual's name. They are out. It is over. They cannot surpass Rockford. Fort Wayne is even 2 games away from surpassing them. But they cannot surpass the Rockford Forest Citys. The New York Mutuals are the second team out of playoff contention. The National League has 3 left. The win for Rockford means the magic number for the Forest Citys is sitting at 6. Chicago at 11-9 have 12 games still to play. They are 2.5 back. They can catch Rockford. Fort Wayne is 2 games back. They are 16-13, but like Rockford, they only have 3 games remaining in their season. So not a whole lot left for Rockford or Fort Wayne. Both of them are going to be finishing their seasons very shortly. Chicago is going to be the last one to kind of round out their season. And they're going to be on the chase. They're 4-6 in their last 10. They've lost 2 straight, but they're going to be on the chase. Rockford now won 9 straight. I said erroneously at the start that they had won 9 straight. They won 8 straight. They've now won 9 straight. They're 9-1 in their last 10. Magic number 6, though. Over in the American League, unchanged. Washington 10-14. They're 5.5 back. Philadelphia 11-13. They're 4.5 back. Boston is 14-8. They're only a half game back of Cleveland, who lead the way at 14-7. Cleveland's got 11 games left in their season. Boston has 10. Philadelphia has 8. Washington has 8. The magic number for the Forest Cities is 11. But that is where we sit going into September. It's the final month and a half. We have about 30 regular season games left. Our next matchup will be the 10-14 Washington Olympics at the already eliminated worst team in baseball, the 4-20 Troy Haymakers, who have all 4 wins this season at home. A chance maybe for Troy to finally break this terrible streak they've been on. Troy have lost 11 in a row. If you're on YouTube, this is the end of recording. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you for the next one. Until then, take care.